in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Bears, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the option, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action now, Brissett. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Touchdown, Packers! Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, don't even worry about it. You got to just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards for number 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the option, here's Montgomery. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 yards there, just like last play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Taken down at the 42. The Packers in 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the option, it's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. George Pickens as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, field. Hey, check.
Here's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
One play action, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On the option right is Fields. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Able to find Lazard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 51 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a throw here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a Fields hit, and the ball is loose. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields being chased out left. His pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
We want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they run the option on second down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is going to be Packer football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Out of the gun, Brissett. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Bears' 9-yard line.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's second and 8. Now Brissett. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Brissett's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brissett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped and no, I'm not crazy.